Welcome back to Taiwan Outlook. Our guest today is President David Hong of the Taiwan Institute of Economic Research, and we've been talking about the prospect of Taiwan's economy. Dr. Hong, you've been pointing out that as a result of Taiwan's isolation from the regional integration process, there have been a lot of difficulties that Taiwan had to overcome. What would be the most important challenge that Taiwan has to face in the absence of this kind of regional integration?
Back to our fundamental. That is, if we can improve, we can upgrade our industrial competitiveness.
Yeah.
Then we can offset the loss of those kind of favorable trading terms.
Yeah.
Okay. Example, 1985-86, that our manufacturing sector developed to the peak.
Yeah.
So we face the shortage of labor and hike of the wage and hike of rental and emerging of the environmental protest and also appreciation of NT dollar.
Yeah.
So within 6 years, the NT dollar appreciates 60%. So average each year we appreciate 10%.
Yeah.
So we compare that with that loss of this kind of tariff rate. Nowadays, a lot of countries, average tariff rate is about 5–6%.
That's right.
So if we cannot sign the FTA with one country, then we have to pay 6%, 5% tariff rate. Other countries, they don't have to. So in this way, we lost that 5 or 60% of profit. So compared to that versus that 1985-86, we lost 10% of profit each year for 6 years. But we survive. How? Because we industrial reform, we keep upgrading our industry. So that is fundamental. Another way to get by with that is so-called global logistics.
Global logistics.
Okay. If we cannot sign the FTA with Singapore, and Singapore can enjoy the free trade with a lot of other countries. So why don't we just go to Singapore and invest?
Okay.
There. And we export from Singapore, we enjoy the same terms of trade.
That's
like
right.
a Singaporean company.
Yeah.
And so that's another way of so-called doing that. And about this global logistics actually has a little bit more to offer than just tariff rate. You know? So we can really take our production chain, the different component of production chain, and allocate that in most favorable location.
Yeah.
And altogether, you can maximum.
So that's one way to jump over the tariffs or
Right.
barriers and so
Right.
on.
And also, beside the FTA, the free trade agreement, there are a lot of other kind of agreement or arrangement that will help our industry.
Okay. So
So we can sign sector by sector,
I see.
sector versus sector agreement, and then we can both agree, say, well, we forget about the tariff of our product. That has a lot of cases.
So you say that we don't talk about a whole packaged FTA, but just one by one and
one by one, sector by
different-
sector, that's possible.
But that would be more time consuming and also very complicated, right?
Yes, we don't like that, but compared to nothing,
Yeah, it's better.
it's the better.
That's right.
Yeah.
But what are the major difficulties for Taiwan to sign FTAs with other countries, including the States, United States?
China factor.
China factor.
Yes.
But China, apparently, as you mentioned, that China wants to stop this kind of FTA signed between Taiwan and other countries from happening. But the thing is, on the one hand, they are attracting Taiwan investments or trying to bring closer economic ties between Taiwan and China. What's the grand strategy of China's strategy, economic strategy towards Taiwan?
Well, politically, if they can bring Taiwan closer to them, even through some other way, like in economic way or something like that, that certainly would help their ultimate goal. Okay. Number two is that if we look carefully about this kind of trading or economic relationship between Taiwan and China, actually, who is benefiting more? China's industry has been developing through time.
Without help, right?
With a lot of our help.
Yeah.
Right. And we benefit from economic relationship with China is export.
That's right.
Right. Because our investment induce quite a lot of our export to China. Okay. But we can look at this way. If we don't have that kind of exporting opportunity to China, are we going to just sit at home idle and do nothing? No. I don't think so.
Yeah.
There are a big world.
They go to other places, right?
A lot of places to go.
Yeah.
And so, just like Lao Tzu said, you put your dead end and you survive.
Yeah. That's right.
So a lot of times when we analyze about the benefit of economic relationship with China, we always look on the positive side, and you forget about the opportunity cost that you have sacrificed, you have lost, you have forgo that part. You have to take that into account. But overall, according to some study, it shows the economic relationship with China so far to Taiwan, overall, excluding those kind of other effects, has been positive contributing to our growth rate.
Yeah.
But including those kind of opportunity costs, then we have to study.
That's right.
More carefully.
And also the thing that we have to pay attention to is the risk of China's economy. There have been discussions about bubble bursts, in China and so on. What's your take on the future prospect of China's economy? Because Taiwan now depends very much on China's economy.
That is a very, very vital and important factor to consider too. Why anybody has to worry about over-investment, over-dependence in China? Forget about the political consideration, just purely from the business.
Yeah.
Right. The business, if you consider one economy, one place may have some potential risk, and compare the other places has less risk, which one would you choose?
Yeah.
Okay, so of course you want to go less risky places, right? And so therefore come back to the equations, the question is, do I mean that China will have some potential risk? My answer is, of course.
Yeah.
No country is free from risk.
That's right.
Even big like United States, the subprime crisis can really give them so much trouble. China, certainly they have some potential risk. I'm sure even the Chinese official, Chinese scholar would admit that too.
That's right.
Every process, every economy will have some potential risk. So if there are potential risks there, why would you want to put all the egg in one basket? That's
right. So you are suggesting that we should need to diversify our trading, our investment relationship.
Global logistics. The world is a big circle. The cross trade is a circle inside the world. So if we look at this cross trade relationship in this way, it's a one circle within big circle.
That's right.
Then I think we can sleep much better.
But on the other hand, there's a market force and also the government's role in this process.
Yes.
So should we allow the market force to decide, or should government should also play some role in regulating the flow of the capitals or goods and so on?
I'm sorry to say this, that our economy is not totally market-oriented economy. It's not.
That's right.
We have a lot of subsidy without the government control, a lot of regulation there. Therefore, the role for government is still here. We cannot just totally rely on the market. And that's why a lot of economic issue, even just the oil price, electricity price, becoming so complicated because it's not the pure market issue. It's not totally government control issue either. It's a mix of that.
That's right.
And so the cross-trade relationship will be always a mix of the market and government intervention.
You mentioned earlier the so-called non-economic factors, and that has to do with the role of the government as well.
Yes.
But as you mentioned that as a result of the divided government we had in the past 7 or 8 years, there are some difficulties in implementing policies. Now, with the incoming Ma administration, there will be a unified government. Do you expect to see more efficiency on the part of government, which could be more helpful to the economic environment in Taiwan?
I hope so.
And also, what do you think will be the most important policies or the legal reforms that we need to really revitalize our economy?
Actually, about the financial reform, we have to work even harder to complete the job. Okay. Another one is our our taxation, tax system. Now, our taxation system really need a lot of work. Right now, the annual tax revenue divided GDP is only about 13%, 14%. It's quite low. And government, after paying all the civil service salary, and not much money left to really work on the infrastructure or other economic related projects. So the government fiscal situation is pretty tough right now. So we have to improve that. And another part is that in the future, because we don't have much of natural resources, so the most important resource we have is our brain, our people, human capital. So the human capital development would be a very decisive factor for our future growth, future development. So the education and training of the people are very important. We have a lot of college graduate students, but we don't have much of a skillful labor. And we need the skillful labor for, at least for the manufacturing sector.
That's right.
And although we have 73% of service sector, but we still cannot give up about manufacturing, because Taiwan is not like Hong Kong.
That's right.
No, it's a country. Now we have a pretty good size of market, 23 million people, pretty good size of the geographical area. So we should have quite balanced industrial structure, including some percentage. Right now it's 23% of manufacture. I do believe we have to maintain that.
That's right.
And so in order to maintain that, to do well, that we need, even for the service sector, we need
sprints,
we need the expert. We need the talent. We need the people. We need the well-educated, well-trained people. And that part, government can help.
I think over the past decades, Taiwan has been famous for creating the so-called economic miracles. So I do believe that in the face of global competition, Taiwan's economy can continue to survive and thrive. And thank you, President Hong, for coming to our program.
Thank you.
And that's President David Hong, President of the Taiwan Institute of Economic Research. And thank you for watching Taiwan Outlook, and see you next week.